Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Topping our newscast tonight, Carnival celebrations would not be complete without one of the locals' favorite events, the Cultural Fair. Tonight, News 2's April Knight was on the scene to bring you the highlights.
Downtown Charlotte Amalie was a massive marketplace today at the one-day-only 2014 Carnival Cultural Fair. This year, they're calling it the Charles and Joseph Leonard's Flamboyant Garden, and flamboyant is right. All of Emancipation Garden is a vibrant display of VI culture and creativity.
I also do jewelry, I do knit and crochet, I do artwork. I do a lot of different creative things.
Stalls are shoulder to shoulder, so to speak, selling not just food.
Delicacies, enjoy the different food, the different drinks that you haven't seen in a number of years.
But everything from clothing to jewelry, handicrafts, to vegetables, to growing plants.
Maintaining it basically come from the students.
Entrepreneurship, and that's the stage we're at.
This is actually our first time in the fair, and we plan to be here every year after.
Even the honorees have their own stall, two in fact, featuring food products.
As a community, we must realize that our simple Caribbean horizon has been the foundation for growth and opportunity.
But while the crowd seemed like a solid mass, vendors say they're used to bigger numbers.
This one appears to be a little slower in terms of the turnout, yes.
It's been a little slower so far.
But everyone seemed to have fun, buying, dancing, mingling, or all of these at the same time, making this year's cultural fair a success once again. Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
And thank you to our Cultural Fair honorees, brothers Charles and Joseph Leonard, for their decades of contribution to the Cultural Fair and to agriculture in the territory. Now, here's your village lineup for tonight. It's Soulja, Imaginations, Triple K, Red Hot Flames as Carnival activities continue. Thursday, it's music by Vio Reunion, Volume International with Claudette Peters and Crossfire of Barbados. Friday, we hear from Rudy, Spectrum, Small Axe, and Destra from Trinidad. Saturday, Image Band steals the spotlight, then the Calypso Show, followed by Kiss the Band. Now, the preteen tramp was on from the Rothschild Francis Market Square to the village. Then the seniors came out in full force, also tramping from the Rothschild Francis Market Square to the village to some Quail Bay music. Now, many people have been looking forward to this, especially since it ended early last year. Rosa Time, or Juve, that starts from 12:30 a.m. That's warm-up time. And then the action is scheduled to begin at 4 a.m. on Veterans Drive. Friday, the Children's Parade, and Saturday, the adults. 10 a.m. both days, fireworks at 9 p.m. over the harbor, but then action continues at the village with Calypso Spectacular, and that's going on until 3 a.m. Well, Carnival will close out this Saturday night, as we just mentioned, with the annual fireworks display over the Charlotte Amalie Harbor. The finale kicks off at 9 p.m. in the eastern part of the harbor. Boat owners are reminded that any anchored boats should be temporarily moved, since no boats are allowed within the firing zone without permission. The fireworks barge will be set up in the harbor cove between the old pump house and the legislature. And here is a reminder: Juve revelers can sign up for the Safe Ride program that is in effect once again for those who need it. For the 5th year, Diageo, USVI, Bellows International, the VI Taxi Cab Commission, and Taxis in Unity have teamed up to offer free rides after Juve. The shuttle starts running from 9 a.m. and will operate until the streets are reopened to the public. The bus route runs from the Wheatley Center to Tutu to Smith Bay, and from Havenside to Bavoni to Nada, making stops along the bus line. A voucher must be obtained ahead of time from volunteers wearing bright red along the Juve route and at the tent at the end of the Juve route. Now be sure to tune in to News 2 on Thursday, May 1st for our Carnival 2014 News 2 special. We look back at some of this year's events leading up to the grand finale, and that's at 7 p.m. and midnight. On Friday, another special will preempt our newscast. Plus, don't forget live coverage of the Children's Parade on May 2nd and Adults Parade on May 3rd. And we are happy to announce, of course, we are streaming both the Children's and Adults Parades. The link is posted right there on your screen. You can also click on the link on our News 2 Facebook page. VI police are continuing their efforts to minimize crime, especially during the carnival celebration. Senator Kenneth Gittens criticized the government, saying they're not doing enough to protect the community from the rising violence, and government officials fired back. News2's Erica Parsons has more.
The battles in the political arena have taken center stage alongside retaliation street wars, with the VI government on one end and Senator Kenneth Gittens on the other. Several shootings have taken place since residents got into the full swing of St. Thomas's carnival activities, and the senator accused law enforcement and government officials of not doing enough to stem the tide of violence.
Evidently, the tactics we are using currently are not working. Therefore, it is time to regroup and take decisive and aggressive actions that will send a clear message to the criminals.
Gittens says he's been trying to arrange meetings to develop a plan to address the high crime for a full year, with no response from the administration. Government House fired back Tuesday, challenging Gittens to discuss which VIPD strategies aren't working and to provide his course of action to tackle the violence. Governor DeYoung added that the senator has developed a knack for discrediting the work of the VIPD and that the public is fully aware that such criticisms are not solutions and that next-day commenting is only political gamemanship. Senator Gittens said he had no desire to get into a back and forth with the administration over what he called political attacks, and he declined to comment any further. On Tuesday, Government House announced a law enforcement initiative that led to the arrest of a St. Croix man carrying an illegal gun from St. Croix to St. Thomas. It made the 6th illegal weapon nabbed by police since Friday and the 3rd arrest. Governor DeYoung said he is satisfied with the carnival operations plan police have put in place to make Carnival a safe one, and said it's a small part of an overall initiative in place to heighten police presence and visibility during the festivities.
We're going to do everything in our power to do what we can to make it the best Juve ever. Not only Juve, but each and every event.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
There have been 5 shooting incidents on St. Thomas since Saturday. A police-involved shooting outside the village, 3 men shot on the waterfront, and another one struck by gunfire in a housing community. A new commercial is hitting the airwaves just in time for Carnival. The Office of the Governor, Major Crimes Task Force, local musicians, and Best Island Fed have teamed up to push a message about violence. The public service announcement can be seen in its entirety at Best Island Fed's Facebook page. Here's more.
So Carnival start them ready to walk. Some of them are jam behind the big truck. Hey, you don't know Carnival 2014, it will be mass. You don't know. Daddy Shah says so. Hello.
Yes, I can only agree. We're going to sweep the floor and done the place. It's a boy, Uncle Sass, Uncle Man. From the P to the O to the I to the Z. Poison, poison.
Wait, are you hear that? Sweep the floor? You serious? We jumping big man coming down waterfront. Kylo and Styly man straight out of St. Croix. So ladies, come out and spread it for me, please. And fellas, hold a gal and root her like a rentee. So you don't know the thing set. Root!
But listen, it's one thing all of us could agree on. Is Carnival is no place for violence. So do us a favor and hold it down.
No fighting.
Okay, great message there. Now, Crime Stoppers reminds you that there is a number you can call if you have any information that can assist police in their investigations. Here's a look at our Crime Stoppers report. On St. Croix, Saturday, April 19th, a 32-year-old male was shot and killed at the Frontline Bar and Restaurant in Estate Calcahoun. A police officer who was present was also shot when he attempted to intervene in the argument that led to the first shooting. Later, officers confiscated several illegal guns that were present at the crime scene. Now, on St. Thomas, April 13th at 7:50 p.m., police say a couple was walking towards the Galleon House after dinner and were approached by a black masked male who pointed a gun. The husband told him to get away from him or he will hurt him, and the suspect fled. The wife sustained a cracked skull and a laceration on the back of her head and had to be taken to the hospital for treatment. On St. John on Saturday, April 19th at 3:45 p.m., police received a report that a handbag containing important documents and $2,000 in cash was stolen from a vehicle that was parked in Cruz Bay by Mongoose Junction. Be sure to call 1-800-222-TIPS. If your tip leads to an arrest or the recovery of stolen property, illegal drugs, or weapons, you will receive a cash reward. A federal grand jury in St. Croix has indicted 29 inmates at the Golden Grove Adult Correctional and Detention Facility for possessing illegal contraband. The indictments were returned by the grand jury on April 3, 2014, and 27 of the indictments were unsealed on April 28, 2014. 2 indictments remain under seal. Now, if convicted, these defendants face between 1 and 5 years in prison and fines of between $200,000 and $250,000, depending on the nature of the contraband possessed. These indictments are part of an ongoing federal investigation involving the smuggling of illegal contraband into Golden Grove by correctional officers, inmates, and others. On April 7, 8, and 8, 2014, federal agents executed federal search warrants on Golden Grove, which authorized the search of inmates' cells and certain common areas such as the prison yard and workshop areas for illegal contraband, weapons, controlled substances, and cellular telephones. As a result of those searches, federal agents seized, among others, contraband, approximately 55 weapons, shanks, and other contraband capable of being used as weapons, such as razor blades and scissors, 28 cellular phones, a cell phone booster, and a Sony PlayStation. In addition, illegal drugs were seized. Count on 2 to keep you updated. Well, keeping our eye on the economy, Senate Republicans blocked a bill to raise the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. Democrats knew they'd lose the vote, but are pressing it as election year issue, as an election year. Senate Democrats have vowed to force another vote on raising the minimum wage closer to Election Day as they try to cast themselves as the party helping the middle class. Some moderate Republicans are discussing a smaller minimum wage increase, but so far Democrats are not willing to compromise on any amount below $10.10. Here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. Everything up: the Dow 45, NASDAQ 11, S&P 5. Coming up on News 2, it is National Autism Awareness Month. Find out how we recognize the month in the territory and learn more about the disorder. Highlights from an annual conference. We'll be right back. The driver's license section at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles on St. John will be out of operation on Tuesday, May 6, 2014. The interruption in service is a result of the need to relocate a license processing computer from St. John to St. Croix to allow service to resume on the island. The St. Croix License Division computer has been sidelined and is presently undergoing repairs. While the St. John equipment is temporarily relocated to St. Croix, the St. Thomas Driver's License Division will accommodate the needs of drivers on both St. Thomas and St. John. The 7th Annual Autism Conference was held both on St. Thomas and St. Croix to inform attendees about the disability. The conference featured scientists and professors from the mainland who were available to answer the necessary questions as well as convey information. News 2's Shanika Robinson has that story.
The Virgin Islands University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities ended Autism Month with the 7th Annual Autism Conference here at the University of the Virgin Islands on St. Croix.
We do workshops on different issues, but autism is something that's increasing. The CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, now are saying that the number for autistic children is increasing from 1 in 88 to 1 to 68.
Autism spectrum disorder is a lifelong developmental disability that affects, amongst other things, the way an individual relates to his or her environment and their interaction with other people. The Autism Conference was designed to assist with further educating the community about the disorder.
What we want to do is continue to have forums like this. We're listening to you. We're hearing what you're saying. We're bringing in professionals to talk to professionals as well as parents. But if you need to hear other things, we're listening to you.
The signs of autism varies amongst children. Some exhibit a wide range of behaviors, but essentially the child will have difficulty relating to others and making friends, difficulty in communicating, some children may not talk at all, and be unable to engage in imaginative play.
Anything different about your child, go early and see a specialist. Early intervention is the key. If children are helped from early, they can fare better in life.
Other signs include obsessions, fears, a lack of awareness of danger, ritualistic play and behavior, inappropriate eye contact, and hypersensitivity to sound and light. Shaniqua Robinson, News 2.
For further information on autism or any developmental disabilities, you can call 340-776-9200. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.